Hi, everyone. Welcome to the session, Unleash the Power of Marketing Cloud Customer Data Platform. Firstly, I would like to thank the organizers and the team behind this event. And without their immense hard work and effort, this wouldn't be possible. And thanks everyone for joining this session. This session is all about CDP, the Customer Data Platform. This is helpful for the trailblazers who are the absolute beginners with the Salesforce Customer Data Platform. A little bit about me. I am Jyothsna Bitra and I go by the name JB. I'm a marketing cloud architect, 17 times certified application architect, marketing champion, and golden hoodie recipient, 4 times ranger. I'm the founder and co-leader of Salesforce Marketers Group Phoenix, and I'm also the founder of Impact Force and MC Learning Camp. MC Learning Camp helps the trailblazers learn marketing cloud and also get certified. And here's my blog, jbitra.com, and here's my LinkedIn handle and my Twitter handle, Jyothsna Bitra. And here's the YouTube channel where all the sessions that were conducted on behalf of the MC Learning Camp and the Salesforce Marketers Group Phoenix, they're all uploaded to this Trailblazing Together YouTube channel. And here's the handle for that, YouTube handle, MC Learning Camp. So if you're planning to get started with the Marketing Cloud, learn the ins and outs of the Marketing Cloud, and also get certified, there are plenty of boot camps that were conducted, and they're all added to this YouTube channel. And here's what we're going to see in today's session. Firstly, we'll look at the importance of the data and the challenges we often face maintaining the data and organizing the data, and why that is important. And we'll also see where CDP comes into the picture, why it is important, and the different features and functionalities and capabilities of CDP. And we hear the buzz around Genie, and we'll also see the differences between CDP and Genie. And finally, we'll have a brief demo, and I'll also share with you a couple of resources if you want to learn more about the CDP, which is the Customer Data Platform. Marketers are more disconnected than ever before. And that is for a variety of reasons, because the customer data is exploding, and with the customers interacting using different channels and different platforms, different tools, the data is everywhere, and a lot of data is collected every time the customer makes an interaction. So this often sits in silos, and businesses, they use their own legacy tools, and the siloed data makes the customer interactions less relevant and less personalized. And additionally, with the Apple and Google moving to first-party cookies, and third-party cookies are going away, which has been a primary tool for the marketers to collect information, more information about the customer and deliver personalized experiences. And adding to this, the customer expectations are also increasing. They're moving beyond transactions and prioritizing relationships, and connecting with the customers is a new challenge. And according to the latest report of the Salesforce State of Reporting Connected Customer Report 2022, 33% of the customers say that they're fully satisfied, and 42% of the people, they say single source of truth, it's the top customer experience challenge that they're facing. And 86% of the customers mentioned that the emotional connect between the marketers and the customers is very important. They want to be treated as humans instead of a transaction with a machine. The customer expect companies to have an intimate understanding of their preferences, what they like, and deliver personalized experiences and provide suggestions which are more relevant to them. To deliver human-centric interactions, data is very important. And this data helps businesses interact with the customers in a way that builds trust, loyalty, and further enhance positive relationships. The better we know about the customer, the better we can deliver positive, we can build positive relationships with them. To maintain interactions on a personal manner, businesses need to know details about the customer, what they like, what they don't like, their interest, what they have been doing, and their brand affiliations, their preferences, the timings they want to read the email, or if they want to receive messages instead of the email, or if they want to be communicated only once in a week. So there are many preferences that the customers have, and understanding these is very important. And businesses should make the best use of the data that they have already collected on the customer, which is present in their system. And using that known data, the businesses should be able to gather unknown data and tie this data together and deliver more personalized experiences. For example, depending on their browsing history, provide them with product recommendations or some next best action and other alternatives. And data that is collected on a customer falls into different categories. It's the different type of data that is collected on the customer. The first thing is the basic data, which is the information about the customer, about their first name, last name, their address, gender, location, and other basic details. And the next type of data is the interaction data, or it's also called the engagement data. It's the information that individuals share when they interact with the business. And it defines what they're interested in, about the products that they may be interested in, or about their brand affiliation, so on. And the next one is the behavioral data. And I can say it's a sum of all the engagements and interactions over time. So depending on their past engagement over the past week or past month, we can say that this customer is more active on the email channel. And email communication is the best way to connect with the customer. And based on the timings that they're opening the emails, the customer is more active during the morning hours. And based on the browsing history, we can say that the customer is more interested in sports shoes, or they are into health and fitness. So we can provide them with the product recommendations that are more relevant to them. And the other kind of data is the attitudinal or the preferential data. It's all about the customer preferences. When they want to receive the messages, what type of content that they would like to receive, and the frequency at which they want to be communicated. And the preference data can be collected from the customers through the consent management, or the custom preference center, or the loyalty management, or the different tools like product and service reviews, and so on. It can also be collected through the second and third party providers as well. And here are some of the challenges with collecting data. Understanding about the customers is key, so you can provide them with more relevant suggestions or alternatives or connected experiences which can make an emotional connect with the customers. With every interaction a customer makes with the business, they leave a tons of valuable information, but the information sits in silos on different systems that the business has, and which makes it less actionable. So further, this brings up some challenges of the collection of data. Since the data is sitting in different systems, the collection of data and bringing it together and then unifying the data, mapping all those different records together as a single record, and maintaining the accuracy of the data and creating actionable insights and making the data actionable. These are the major challenges that we all face. And as 86% of the customers say that they want to have an emotional connection, they want to be treated as a human instead of getting a feeling that they are interacting with a machine. One major challenge to to make an emotional connect, to provide personalized experiences with the customer is the siloed customer data. In order to drive growth, businesses should build customer loyalty and trust. And customer data is, since it's fragmented across different regions, products, services, business units, and across different tools, this has been a major challenge for the marketers, and which limits the marketers in delivering the personalized experiences. Let's look at it with an example. So you see a customer who is very active. She has multiple profiles created on multiple systems. Example, on the e-commerce website, she has a profile created and she has been using a different name and a different email and the phone number. But whenever she goes and makes a purchase, she does a guest checkout. She wouldn't log in and make the purchases. She does a guest checkout, and that guest checkout, she uses a slightly different name and a different email and the phone number. So on the company's business's internal legacy system, she is a gold member, but that information is not reflected on her profile because the data is siloed. And all the purchases that she has been doing using the guest checkout, they're not tied to the customer, to the e-commerce profile that she has created. And although she is active on other channels, like on the community profile, and she has been regularly communicating with the support agent, that data is not tied together. So it's all sitting in different systems, in different clouds and different profiles. So there are duplicate records created for the same customers with multiple emails and multiple phone numbers and disparate data. This is where CDP comes into the picture. So CDP helps in unifying all the data, all the siloed data, and creating a unique record for the customer. So we get to know in detail about the customer, about all the touch points and all the interactions they have been doing with the business. So with the CDP, with all the data across different systems integrated, a unique record, unified profile for the particular customer is created. And whenever a customer makes a call to the support agent would be able to pull up all the information, all the interactions that she has done. And if she had any issues with the product, the recent purchases she has done and the comments that she has made on the community profile and on the marketing profile, what her interest or the product affiliations and so on. So the support agent would right away get all the information about her and provide her with the relevant information. There are many benefits of the customer data platform. It can be leveraged to automatically connect all the data in real time and reconcile the identities and gain a complete view of each customer and build intelligent real-time audiences faster and make every engagement personalized, cost efficient, and scalable across email, social, web, advertising, and other channels with effective automation. And it acts on real-time data and insights, and hence we can make better decisions, save time, and lower costs by understanding the customer through AI-powered intelligence and analytics. And it's not just that, extending the data with the open ecosystem of Salesforce by using the App Exchange. Overall, easily connect your data using CDP from anywhere. Integrate AI, enrich customer profiles, and activate them on different platforms, and hence meet customer expectations. And with the CDP, we can deliver right ads to the customers at the right time, and also the customer receives more personalized information. With CDP, we can collect and unify data from anywhere, including Salesforce, different clouds of Salesforce, like the Service Cloud, the Marketing Cloud, the e-commerce cloud, loyalty management. And not just that, we can also integrate the data from the external systems, the AWS S3, the Google Cloud, And using MuleSoft integrators, we can get the data from the external system, and using APIs as well, we can inject the data from the external systems. And in the CDP, we can cleanse the data by using the inbuilt transform functions, and we can unify all the data together by creating some matching rules and reconciliation rules. And furthermore, we can use AI to enrich profiles across any device and build trust with customers and provide them with more personalized and relevant messages. And these are the primary tasks of the CDP. The first step is to collect all the customer information and get them in a single place. This is not just from multiple Salesforce clouds, but also from different tools and databases, which are external, like um, um, S3, Google Cloud Data, and MuleSoft external systems, which are integrated through the MuleSoft. And the next step is to cleanse the data and dedupe the data. And after the data is cleansed, match different records of the same customer and reconcile the identities and use the known data about the customer and collect unknown data. And this way we can start with an email campaign. If we just have the email details about the customer, we send an email with the email campaign and associate that interaction. So once the customer opens the emails, we get to know the device ID, the web, engagement, the open frequency, and other details. And using that known data, we can engage with the customer on different devices. Once we know the device ID on the browsing history, we can connect with the customers by using cross-device identity. And once the unified profiles are created, the data has to be activated on different target systems, so they can deliver personalized experiences. This means that connecting customer data to many types of systems, like once the data is unified and that is activated on different systems, like the Marketing Cloud, Interaction Studio, which is recently renamed as the Marketing Cloud, Engagement, and Commerce Cloud, S3, and other platforms. Overall, the CDP are concerned with the primary tasks of data collection, data unification, data activation, and data insights. CDP has a built-in connectivity with all Salesforce data from different Salesforce clouds, like the Service Cloud, the Commerce Cloud, the Marketing Cloud, Loyalty Management, the Sales Cloud. And we can also get the data from different external systems like S3, Google Cloud, and using the MuleSoft integration, get data from the different external systems. And we can also collect real-time data from the web and mobile apps using some ingestion APIs and SDKs. And once we get the data, we harmonize the data. And CDP comes with the inbuilt data model, which is the customer information model, using which we can map the data that we collect into the customer information model. And using that data that is collected, we can harmonize it. We can cleanse, dedupe, and create some matching rules and identify the records and create the unified view of a single customer, and hence create a single source of truth. So after the data is ingested into the CDP, that is ingested by means of creating data streams. So the data streams can be created for the different systems that we have discussed before, the different Salesforce clouds, the external systems, the web and mobile apps, and other systems that are connected through the MuleSoft integrator, and so on. So after we create the data streams and the data from these mentioned data sources, you can use the data transformation functions, which are inbuilt, to cleanse and prepare the data. And the CDP has a set of transformation functions, the matching rules, properties We can use the exact and fuzzy matching rules to map the data for a single customer across different systems. And we can also leverage data bundles. So let's say we integrate CDP with the marketing cloud. So marketing cloud can be in data can be ingested faster by means of data bundles. So with the data bundles, we don't need to go through the mapping. So the data is automatically mapped and all the objects are linked together. And for other Salesforce objects, the objects and fields can be mapped to the standard data model, which is the customer information model, and which is also customizable. If the data is discrete coming from external systems and it's not already present in the customer information data model, then we can create custom objects and attributes and map to that. And once the data is mapped and we have the data ready, cleansed and prepared, and we can use the matching rules, the reconciliation rules, by using the fuzzy and exact matching rules. And the reconciliation rules are determining the source priority. And we are getting the data from different sources, so we can define which data to give priority. So which data source to give priority, and we want to get the data which is last modified, last updated, and so on. So we can set all those under the reconciliation rules. And once we create that unified profile, we can segment those audiences, segment them, and then we can create some calculated insights. And using the Einstein and AI insights, we can create more powerful segments and activations. And these segments can um, further be used in other target systems, like in the marketing cloud and in the advertising studio, or in the interaction studio, or the commerce cloud and S3 and other tools. So once these are activated, they can be automated, like they can trigger some actions, like in the Salesforce, trigger a flow, which does send some email or does some other actions. And in the marketing cloud, maybe trigger a journey, which sends out the emails, or sends out some communications to the audiences that are present in that particular segment. And this is a very powerful slide which talks all and everything about the customer data platform, all the features, functionalities, and its capabilities. And this is my favorite slide as well. So if you see here, this is the entire process, that from the beginning to the end, that the customer data platform handles. So first, it starts with getting the data from different sources. The first party data, which is present in the Salesforce clouds like Service Cloud, Commerce Cloud, and so on. And it also gets the third party data from other storages, external storages. And it also integrates with the web and mobile apps through the SDKs and other ingestion APIs. And integrates with the other systems using the MuleSoft connector as well. And once we create the data streams and we connect uh, uh, the data into the customer data platform and get the data on a regular basis. So if it is just one time, we do batch ingestion, and if it is continuous, we want to get the purchase data, the order history, and the latest transactions from the commerce cloud. We do some streaming uh, ingestion. It can be as frequent as every 10 minutes, or we can just schedule it to every 24 hours, depending on the data type of data and the cloud that we are connecting to. This can be scheduled. And once we have all the data flowing in and we prepare the data, we first cleanse the data, we dedupe the data, and we map the data to the data objects in the customer information model. And we use the match and reconciliation rules to unify all the data from different systems and create a unified profile of that single customer. And later on the prepared data, unified data, using the unified profile of the single customer, we can create some calculated insights and segments, which can also further be enhanced with AI predictions and BI analytics. And once we have the segments created, we can create some actions, so which can be kicked off in the different clouds and external systems. So by using flows and journeys, we can create some triggers in the Salesforce and the marketing cloud. And we can also export the data to the external systems and other activations. And the data that flows into the customer data platform in the beginning, which is very raw, and we get a lot of data, and which is all unstructured or maybe sometimes semi-structured, and hardly a schema exists for that. And later, when we harmonize the data, refine the data, it becomes structured, and we transform and a schema is established. And after we create the unified profile, the model data, the data is all structured, cleansed, harmonized, and ready to use. And this all leverages the power of the Salesforce platform, and customer data platform is accessible from the Salesforce as an app. And it's very easy to understand for somebody who already is aware of Salesforce. It's just like any other app, and its UI looks much like the Salesforce itself. And much of the actions in the customer data platform can be done using clicks, and very, very few places where we need to write some SQL or some analytical and logical thinking is required. And most of the configuration can be done using clicks. And here's how the UI of the CDP looks like. And as you see here, this is the CDP UI, and it's much similar to the Salesforce Sales Cloud UI. And in here, you see different tabs, and on the home page, you get an overview of all the segments, the track records, and all the data streams that are connected, that are created recently, and all the information. And in the menu here, we see different tabs. The data streams and the data model, these are the streams that are connected and added into the customer data platform instance. As you see here, the data stream connector type, there are different types. So which represent the data from the place from which the data is flowing in. The Salesforce CRM is from the Salesforce, and Salesforce Marketing Cloud, it's coming from the Marketing Cloud, and the Interaction Studio, this data stream is injected. The data is coming from the Interaction Studio, and you see some for the Amazon S3 ingestion API and web and mobile apps and Google Cloud Storage and so on. So this denotes the type of connection and where the data is flowing from. And it also says about the status, when it was last run, and the status of it, whether it is active or paused, and the number of records that was processed, and all other different insights that are related to the particular data stream. And the calculated insights are predefined and calculated metrics that can help us build segments. And the identity resolution, this is the tab where the team creates match rules, reconciliation rules, and create unified profiles. And the data explorer and the profile explorer are data viewing tools, allowing a view into the ingested into the unified profiles. So we can drill down into each profile and look at all the details and related attributes and so on. The segment tabs is where marketers create audience segments. And these segments can then be activated using the activation targets and where they are exported to as well. And just like in the Salesforce, we can do all the configuration activities by using the setup gear. We go and we have a lot of configuration options to do them. I'll talk a bit about the Data Explorer and the Profile Explorer, which is important. So using the Data Explorer, once we have the data stream connected and the data is flowing in and we want to see the status of it and see the records that are coming in, the objects and the calculated insights and other details, we can look at the Data Explorer tab and all the information is present in there. And we can drill down into that information. And since it sits on the Salesforce platform, we can leverage the Salesforce filter options, the search options, and the UI configuration options as well. And the Profile Explorer, this helps in exploring the unified profiles. Once we have the unified profile created, once we have created the match rules and reconciliation rules and the profile on the customer is created, then we can go to this tab and we can drill down information that is both the direct information and the related information on that specific connected unified customer. And we can also see the aggregate data on that specific profile as well. And since this sits on the Salesforce platform, we can leverage some of the out-of-the-box components, features, like the search, the filtering options, and we can also customize the record pages. In the Salesforce record pages, we can include the CDP components, and we can also include the related records section, and we can include the insights and engagements as well. And we can also leverage the CDP Apex class to access the metadata and query the CDP data with managed local authentication. And using streaming insights and engagement, we can conditionally trigger platform events and webhooks in the Salesforce. So we have seen enough of CDP. And also in the Dreamforce, a couple of months ago, Genie was announced and it created a lot of buzz. So we have many confusions, like what is CDP first thing, and what is the difference between CDP and Genie, and what is the difference between CDP and a DMP or CDP and the Salesforce CRM. There's a lot of confusion around that. So to clear that, what a Genie is a kind of evolution of the customer data platform. It brings all the real-time data and it creates more connected experiences. And hence creating a single view of the customer across different clouds. It creates real-time data and real-time intelligence with Einstein and real-time automation by using Salesforce Flow. And these are the different capabilities of Genie. It helps in delivering customer magic in everything the customer does by using the powerful automation. And it provides, it leverages the real-time data and it creates intelligent experiences. And since it is based on a trusted infrastructure, so it adheres to all the privacy and compliances.
Now let's look at a short demo of CDP.
The relationships you form with your customers are built on a series of moments. Salesforce CDP lets you collect and unify all your customer data so you can humanize every moment, all with the trust and consent of your customers. Start by connecting data from all your systems like marketing, sales, service, or commerce, as well as external sources through MuleSoft, Google Cloud Platform, AWS, or AppExchange. Of course, each system might have a different way of identifying the same customer. First, you map your data to the industry standard cloud information model, so no matter what format it comes in, it can be harmonized. Then, Salesforce CDP matches and merges billions of identities to form unified profiles, creating a single source of truth for each customer. You can enrich your customer profiles with partner data, or by adding metrics like lifetime value score, so you can know them even better. Then, you can build audiences, letting AI suggest the most powerful segments to target, and run segment analytics to understand your reach. Now that you know your customers, you can easily take action, reaching them on any advertising, messaging, or engagement platform, with the content that's most relevant in that exact moment, based on their engagement with your brand. You can even connect your audiences to thousands of apps in the Salesforce AppExchange to create meaningful moments across web, mobile, connected TV ads, and more. Finally, get actionable insights from across your organization in any business intelligence tool, like Datarama or Tableau, so your marketing performs at its best, building trusted customer relationships and growing revenue. Create a single source of truth to humanize every moment with Salesforce CDP.
And here are a few resources if you are planning to get started with the customer data platform. So whenever I get started with something new, Trailhead is my go-to place. So it helps me to understand with a beginner's perspective. So easy to understand, and it gives in all the details. So on the Trailhead, there is a trail mix available for the CDP as well as Genie. And there are a couple of trail mixes for building an effective CDP strategy and optimizing the audiences and so on. And then there are multiple modules that are being added every day as well. So you can check out all these resources on the Trailhead. And there is a wealth of information available on the Partner Learning Camp. And thanks to the team who has been working on putting this lot of information together. If you are a partner with the Salesforce and if you have access to the Partner Learning Camp, there's a course available, Get Started with the Salesforce CDP, which is 24 hours or 28 hours. And it gives all the information that you need to know if you're planning to get started with the Salesforce CDP. And you can also request for a trail org, which is valid for 30 days. You can do hands-on on that CDP instance. And furthermore, there is an accredited professional certification available for the Salesforce CDP. And if you're a partner, you can take that exam as well. And there's a lot of information available on Salesforce Help. So on the help document, you can see all the information that I have discussed before. That is all organized here on the help document. And there are also some implementation guide that is available for implementing the CDP. And here's a recap of what we have discussed so far. We have looked at the challenges that marketers face in this new era, the siloed data and creating a unified view of the customer and delivering personalized experiences is a big challenge. And where CDP fills the gap and how it helps in creating a single view of the customer. And we have also looked at the various features that are available. And we have looked at the differences between the CDP and the Genie and a short demo, and also multiple resources that are available. And I hope you learned something new in this session and this has been helpful to you. And thank you for listening in and thank you for joining the CRM stage. And I appreciate your time today and for attending this event. And I thank you all, and also to all the amazing sponsors and the organizers who made this event possible. Thank you.